All right, folks, there it is. Home sweet home. So as you can tell, the thumbnail is not fake. I really did buy this piece of property. And I know what you're probably thinking, why would you buy something like this? Well, not only am I going to tell you why, but I'm going to show you why. And there's a lot of reasons. All right, so what do you say? We go inside. The moment of truth. Oh yeah, it's home. Hey guys, so my name is Travis. Basically, I'm going to be showing you how I am moving from the city, living in an apartment for probably a little less than 20 years, to moving out in the country. I bought a little shack, couple of acres, and I'm going to show you around. I'm going to show you why I bought this. Now, technically, the land is connected to my dad's land. I bought 4.5 acres. It's connected to his 12.5, so we got quite a bit of space between the two of us. Now, you might be wondering, we probably bought this piece of property because your dad lived next door and he was close to the neighbors and all that stuff. And actually, no, it had nothing to do with it. He actually never even met the neighbors before. So not only am I going to tell you how I got the property, I'm going to show you everything that's here. And I'm going to tell you the story at the end of how we got this. And it's pretty miraculous, to be honest with you. And I'm going to share with you how you could potentially have something like this happen to you too. Oh, and just so you know, this is actually the second time it's happened to me, and it kind of happened to my dad too. So 1 time, yeah, is luck. 2, maybe not. 3, definitely not. The reason I'm doing this is because maybe you're like me and you really enjoy watching homestead videos, getting off the grid videos, stealth camping, things like that. And I kind of got to the point where I realized, if I keep working and trying to make more money, I'm just going to end up working myself into the ground. Why not go the other direction? Why not try to reduce my expenses and maybe even eventually get off the grid? So that's the plan. So I'm going to show you exactly why I bought this land. I think you're going to love it. So let's go check it out. So we're going to start this video off. We're at my dad's house. He lives in an RV. Now, my dad used to make big money building houses for country clubs and stuff like that. And then he ended up selling all his stuff, his business. He had a driving range, his big house, everything. And he ended up buying this land, moving into an RV. He lives off the grid. He literally does it right now. So here's his little RV. I'm about to show you the view from his little RV. Check this out. This is from the porch. Look at that beautiful, beautiful waterfall. You imagine just sitting on your front porch, hearing that all day, every day. It's gorgeous. But hey, that's not even the best part. Let me show you the other side. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen an infinity pool? I mean, that's God's infinity pool. It gets deeper and deeper as you go. It's just a natural swimming pool. It's got all the coverage, pretty good shade. If you're anything like me, you sunburn like crazy. I'm about as pale as it gets. Now you might say, man, I can't live in an RV, or I couldn't live in a little house, any of that kind of stuff. But honestly, if you're not paying all these bills and you work just to pay a couple of random little things, I don't know about you, but that was kind of the appeal to me to do all this. Well, I realized that my mic went off about 45 seconds into the video. I've already recorded like half of this thing, so hopefully you can hear me just fine. All right, so here is the edge of my land. Now let me show you why I bought this place. So we've already cleared out a trail. Let me show you the future swimming hole. So the creek is back there. But when it floods, it actually runs down here, but there's actually a underground stream that leads into this. It's a little pond. Check that out. See that rock right there? It's like a built-in diving board, right? Now, eventually we're gonna get here and we're gonna flatten all this out, make it deeper, extend it, clear out all the brush and trees and stuff around it. We're gonna be able to go fishing, swimming. Oh man. And we actually have other ideas for this land. It's not just for us. And make sure that you subscribe and that you hit the notification bell. All right, so before I show you the house, I'm gonna show you a couple more quick things. I'm gonna show you basically what else came along with it. So this is the backyard. Right now it's a lot of brush, a lot of trash, but eventually this is gonna be all open. We're gonna clear it out. And my boys will have a backyard to play in. We can set up a basketball goal. Now it even came with a chicken coop. Yeah, goal is to have a few chickens and not have to pay $20 a dozen for eggs. Not quite there, but hey, maybe tomorrow. I mean, check that out. All that rock, you just cross the creek and you got rock that goes all the way back. It's almost like these little rock beaches. Just look at this, man. Oh my gosh. I mean, just look at this. Oh snap. Oh wait, that's my private property. So right here in front of the house, there's actually a shed. My goal is to eventually convert this into a studio. So here is the driveway coming in, and we also have another little shed here. Actually, this is pretty nice. This is like a brand new building. This kind of included it in the price. So as you can tell, man, pretty big size. Got a couple of loft areas. Tons of storage. Smell is rough. Ugh, smells like mice. I mean, you pay the price that we paid for this place. I am not complaining. I am willing to do the work. And I'll tell you the price here in just a bit. All right, so the moment you've all been waiting for, how about we go check out the house? All right, folks, there it is. Home sweet home. All right, so we're gonna start with the front porch. As you can tell, the front porch is falling apart. All right, so what do you say we go inside? The moment of truth. Oh yeah, it's home. All right, so here is the kitchen. Believe it or not, here is the bathroom. There's basically no walls, no doors. There's the sink. Here is the living room. I don't even know if that refrigerator works. I seriously doubt it does. And then the only other room in here is the bedroom. As you can tell, I mean, just metal. You got insulation falling out of the walls. Little window unit. The floors are pretty rough. And then here is going to be my bedroom. This little loft. We're gonna have a ladder that goes up. Not that ladder, but something. So this little house is about 400 square feet. I'm moving from an apartment that is, I think it's about 930 something square feet. So it's a smaller space. It's gonna be me and my two sons. But you know, we're gonna make it work. Now, another thing we're gonna be doing too is we're actually gonna be releasing videos showing you how you can do this stuff yourself too. We're doing this all ourselves. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but we're gonna be using stuff from the land. I mean, yeah, we have to get a sawmill. Yes, there's things we gotta invest in, but for the most part, we're gonna try to keep it cheap. And you know, since I'm working and all that stuff too, I'm gonna have extra money coming in. My bills are gonna be drastically reduced. So I'm gonna have the money to invest in the land and the things that I need. But we're gonna be showing you how to do this. We're gonna be showing you, we got plans to use rock, old trees for the sink. I don't know. I mean, eventually I'll let him explain it all to you. We're gonna get there eventually, but he's gonna use a lot of the stuff on the land to save some money. That's the whole idea, to not be necessarily a slave to the system. Eventually be debt free. Doesn't that sound good? So it has officially been 3 weeks since I made the first part of the video. We are officially here. We are on the land. I'm actually living in my dad's RV right now. He's in a small RV right next to me, and we have power. We got water. You know, it's been a rough transition, and I'm going to be releasing a few videos kind of in between of dealing with the generator, going to the laundromat, stuff like that, and it was an interesting transition. But we're here. We ended up closing on the land last week. So everything's official now. So I told you guys I was going to share with you the price that we paid for the land, how we got the property, and how I believe this could potentially happen to you too. Now, this isn't the first time it's happened to me. I mentioned in the video, this is actually the second time. So in the future, I'm going to be releasing a video about the first time I got a house in the way I'm about to share with you. And it was amazing. This was amazing. And the fact that it happened twice, it was just crazy. So I'm going to start with how we got the land. So we just started looking. I've been in an apartment forever and got tired of paying high rent. Kept going up. Everything's going up. And I started looking for land. And the first couple places I went was a house and a piece of property in another place. And they just didn't feel right. And my dad ended up going to the bank to talk to him about getting a loan. Well, on his way to go to the bank, there was a lady who went off in the ditch. Well, my dad stopped and pulled her out, and they got to talking for a few minutes. Come to find out, she was his neighbor. They had never met before. Now, my dad usually goes out of his way to meet the neighbors, but the reason he didn't meet them was because the other neighbor that he met said that they were horrible people. Come to find out, the reason he's saying that is because he put a deer stand on their land and they made him take it off. So they're horrible people. But honestly, they're really kind people, really nice people. So he got to talking to her and she asked him, "Hey, do you happen to know anybody who's looking for land? We haven't put ours on the market yet, but we're looking to sell." And he said, "Really?" He said, "What's available?" She said, "Well, the house, it's got the creek, it's got the little shed, it's got the shops, 4.5 acres. And I guess this is where I reveal the price. She said, "We want $50,000 for it." Now keep in mind, I know the house needs some work and all that kind of stuff. But again, my dad on the other side of the land, this is connected to his land. He didn't have electricity. He didn't have water. He didn't have internet. He didn't have anything over there. So getting this land, we were able to move to the other side. And now he's got everything he needs. It was going to cost thousands of dollars to get a water meter put in, to get electric poles, plus they're going to have to cut some of his trees. And, this ended up making it easy for us to get everything we need. After $50,000 for the land, and I don't know, 10 to 20,000 maybe to fix it up, then I'm going to have 4.5 acres, well, technically 17 with my dad, with a house for roughly $60,000 to $70,000. If you try to go out and buy the first house, I'll show you a picture. I went and looked at this house. This house, they wanted over $200,000 for it because it was in the city. And it was probably just as bad as this house was. It had more trash in the yard and all that. So you really can't beat it. It's such a blessing. Yes, it's going to take a lot of work, but we can do it ourselves. It's like in between jobs, we're going to be working on it. And we're going to show you guys the stuff that we're doing. We've actually been going to yard sales already, and we got a washer, we've got sinks, and we're going to keep going to yard sales. Eventually, we're going to find a cook stove. We're going to find a dishwasher. Actually, I think we already have a dishwasher. So almost everything that we're going to put in this house is hand-me-downs, stuff from other little jobs he's done, or getting it from yard sales. So by the time it's done, it's going to be a nice house with just, things that we're picking up, and we're going to save a lot of money. Now, make sure that you stick around, too, because we're going to be doing some new builds. I've actually got a video coming up pretty soon. We're working on a shop right now, and our goal is to eventually teach you guys how to do anything you want to learn when it comes to building homes and foundations. And my dad's been doing this since I was, a little bitty dude. He's really, really good at it. And he's wanting to share it with you on here and just teach you guys how to take care of yourself. And I'm learning. I'm coming along for the ride. I've done a little bit of construction. I've done a lot of furniture, but most of this stuff is pretty new to me. So one last thing, and we'll end the video. How it can happen to you. Now, this is kind of controversial for some people, but it's really true. The way I got this piece of property is I didn't do anything. And you might be wondering, wait, how'd you get this property without doing anything? I got my first house. I didn't do anything. Except for one thing. I prayed about it. I gave it to God. I asked God to help me. And guess what he did? He stepped in and he did it. Now, he did it in his timing. It didn't happen when I wanted. It didn't happen necessarily the way I thought it would. But when it happened, it was miraculous. Everything that has happened about getting the land, getting the stuff that we need, getting the money, everything. We came up a couple $1,000s short for the down payment. And we actually had family say, hey, you can borrow it from me. And we've already made half the money back with other jobs that we've got. In like a couple of weeks, we've almost paid back the money we borrowed. It's just happening. It's so amazing. And God takes care of his people. God takes care of his children. He's a good father. You know, Jesus Christ died for you and I, not just so we could go to heaven. I mean, that's fantastic. But he also died so we can have a good life. He said, in this life, you'll have trouble. I mean, this is not the prosperity gospel. As you can tell, I'm living in an RV, and this is not the prosperity gospel. This is the true gospel. You put your faith in Jesus. He says, I will take care of you. I will walk with you every step of the way. It won't always be easy, but I will make sure that you have what you need. That's the God we serve. I'm so grateful. You know, I've covered in bug bites and poison oak and all this stuff, but honestly, and you know, I went to laundromat a few times, and I'm not a big fan of the laundromat, but you know, it's almost like an adventure. I'm having a good time getting to do something different. So, if you want to see your life change, if you're tired of being stuck in a rut, pray. Just say, God, what's your will for my life? I quit asking for stuff from me. I quit saying, God, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. I said, God, if it be your will, open doors for me to get a different place, to lower my bills. What do you want? When it came to this land, I even prayed and said, God, if this is not you, I ask that you make it impossible for me to get this land. Impossible. Now, I really wanted to get out of my apartment, but that was my prayer, and I was legit. And instead of God making it impossible, everything just fell into place. I didn't do anything. The only thing I'm doing is stepping on the land that he gave me and moving stuff around and mowing and doing a little bit of work and taking the jobs that are coming our way. And jobs are coming our way to make money, to pay people back that we borrow. People came to us and loaned us money. I mean, it's just amazing. So if you're going through a hard time and you're sick of where you are, just ask God, what do you want me to do? Sit down and read the Bible. That's all you got to do. And just expect him to speak to you. None of us are perfect. You're never going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Trust me, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with Jesus' righteousness. If you trust in his righteousness, you're set. So you're about to go with us on a real faith journey to see this thing through from the beginning to the end. You know, we've been exhausted already for 3 or 4 weeks now, however long it's been. But it's exciting, and we want you to see us walking in faith in real time, so maybe it'll build your faith up to do it too. I know my God won't let me down, and I'm going to prove it to you with this YouTube channel, Led by Fire. That's why we named it that. Just like the Israelites followed the pillar of fire through the wilderness, we're in the wilderness following the pillar of fire. That's what we're doing. So I hope you stick around. I'm going to try to release a video a week and kind of let you know what's going on. And then eventually, when we get there, we're going to do a before and after video, and you guys are going to see everything. So God bless, and we'll see you soon.